Football, free enterprise, what does it matter? Who cares? I do. I want to share some information with you because it does matter. The Dallas Cowboys, they are the highest priced team in the NFL. They have a recent valuation done, and it came out at $4.8 billion. $4.8 billion. Can you even say that? I mean, the owner, Jerry Jones, he paid $140 million to buy the team back in 1989. The New England Patriots, they're the Super Bowl champions. I was at that game. My wife and I went with another couple to Houston. I guess it was in January, maybe February. I mean, I'm a little hazy, but it was a fabulous game. And this team now is worth $3.7 billion. They should be worth a lot more than the Dallas Cowboys because they won. And did they ever do a neat job of winning? The cheapest team in the entire league is the Buffalo Bills. They're only worth $1.6 billion. The poor little guys. Hey, I remember back, I don't know, it was in the 80s, I guess, early 80s. A friend of mine, Nelson Scalbania, called me. He was in Denver, and he said, go find Pat Bowlen. He's in Edmonton somewhere. He wants to buy a team, and I'm here with the owner of the Denver Broncos, and he wants to sell a team. And so I did find Pat, and I said, phone Nelson. Again, there was no cell phones, no anything. It was a little hard. You had to grab a payphone and make it work. He went down, he bought the team. I think he paid $65 million or something. And today, although I don't see it on this list, it's worth a couple of $1 billion. We should all be in the football business. Hey, right-wing stuff. Now I'm going to leave football and get over to politics. Don't oppose. They're winning, by the way. Let me back up. They being the left. They're winning. It's time for us to kind of win. So how do you do that? Don't oppose. We're always opposing, as they do, but don't oppose, propose. That's what the right needs to do. I mean, that's how the right can win. Stop telling us that the other guys do wrong. Tell us what you will do right. I remember when I was a kid, my dad said, hey, if you ever sell Pepsi, tell people how good Pepsi is. Do not ever tell them how bad Coca-Cola is. Just saying. The tax code. The tax code in both countries, Canada and the United States, it's got to be simplified. It is too difficult. You got to be a lawyer and a scientist and an academic from Philadelphia to got to figure it out, and even they have difficulties with it. You know what? If you change the tax code, consumer spending would be boosted. Investments, savings, all of that would be encouraged, and that's just so important to run in the country. President Trump, get a man on that. Chambers of Commerce. I've actually never been. For such a right-wing guy and a business guy, you'd think maybe I would have shown up, but I haven't. But I read about them, and to me, they're a collection of business people whose function, their purpose should be to promote free enterprise in business. And I guess for the most part, maybe they do that, I don't know. But recently I pulled an article out of a newspaper in Kelowna, British Columbia, and it's with regard to the Kelowna Chamber of Commerce. And the Prime Minister of Canada attended one of their meetings, and they had a list of things that they wanted to make the country better, I guess, versus kind of their community, although they touched on that. And here are their 5 top issues. And I kind of got a headache when I read it, and I wondered what it meant. Shelve proposed tax policy changes. I kind of do get that. That's not a headache. I mean, like, don't go out and take advantage of all the people who are making money, and you know, keep us motivated and don't hit us with a stick. I mean, a politician's idea of kind of surrender is, I'm going to beat you up with a 2x4 instead of a 2x6. And this seems to go on and on all of the time. Number 2 is stop the spread of invasive mussels. Mussels? I mean, those are ocean little things. I mean, really? And the third one was improve the temporary foreign worker program. Okay, what about the 10 or 12% unemployment for the poor little white folk who are walking around? Why not hire them? But instead, the Chamber of Commerce has said, bring in more people and let them stay longer from other countries. And again, I kind of wondered about that, but what do I know? And the next one was establish a national housing strategy. You need a well-funded national strategy across the country so people have places to live. Again, I kind of think that's the private sector's job. I mean, motivate us and we'll go out, and we all have a social conscience. I remember being on an airplane one time, and I was sitting beside a liberal guy, and I knew him, and I said, you're a liberal? And he said, everybody's surprised when they hear I'm a liberal. And I said, why? And he said, I want to help people. And I said, you've just insulted me because I'm a conservative. You just told me that I don't want to help people? Duh. I mean, and that's kind of what this is, a national housing strategy. Free enterprise, you know, free the market up. Try it. Capitalism. It's kind of a neat little program, don't you know? We'll build stuff for people. How do we when you keep on taxing us to death? Prime mistakes. I don't even like the way they treat us. Y'all come back here tomorrow. We're going to have more for you from the right. See ya.